Hello everybody, it is Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video I'll be showing you everything that I have on my iPhone 6 Plus. It is jailbroken, running iOS 8.1. I am using AirPlay mirroring and Air Server on my Windows desktop to record this. I'm actually using Fraps to record this like always. I'm not normally on Wi-Fi, but to use AirPlay effectively you need to be on Wi-Fi and your local network, or I guess you could do it over a LTE VPN, but I'm typically on LTE all the time because it's unlimited, so I don't need to worry about data usage. Anyway, here's my home screen. A second ago you just saw my lock screen. There was nothing really there to talk about, so I skipped that. Anybody who's been following me for any length of time probably knows that I don't really use winterboard themes too often. However, right now, for the past couple of weeks, I have been using a theme called Iris, and it looks really nice. It's what I think and what a lot of other people think iOS 7 and 8 should have looked like from the beginning, but the new Apple is not that great. To keep my two rows of icons all the way to the bottom of my screen, I'm using iBlank, which adds blank icons to my home screen, which works just fine. I keep my two rows to the bottom all the time because it's easier to access with one hand, especially when you're using a large phone like the iPhone 6 Plus. I'll just go through all of my installed apps one by one. I have Messages, Calendar, Photos. In my Extras folder, I have Calculator, Clock, Camera, Music, Voice Memos, Weather, the Field Test app, Notes, and App Store. So the Field Test app you usually access by dialing star pound 3001 pound 12345 pound star in the dialer to access this little cellular info app. In my second row is my jailbreak folder: Cydia, iCleaner, iFile, Pangu, ProTube, and 3G Unrestrictor. In my games folder, I just finished cleaning that up with my games that I will play the most often. So I have Carmageddon, Crazy Taxi, Crossy Road, Flight Control, which is probably the oldest game that I have installed, Fun Run 2, Game of Life, Golfinity, Osu, Peggle Blast, and on the second page is just the Steam app, and that's it in my games folder. In my social folder, I have Facebook, Instagram, Skype, Swarm, Tweetbot, and the official Twitter app, which I only use because my Fast subscription ended, so I didn't really have any way to justify paying another $20 a year to get the notifications, since the free Twitter app can do that automatically without charging you anything. So I just installed that and got that set up to get notifications from various Twitter accounts instantly. Lastly, in my others folder, I have Amazon, eBay, File Explorer, Fox Sports Go, Google Maps, 99.5 Kiss Rocks, NBC Sports Live Extra, T-Mobile My Account, NASCAR Mobile, Opera Mini, PayPal, Shazam, Sling Player, Speed Test, TeamViewer, TV Guide, Time Warner Cable TV, Watch ESPN, and that is it. And in my dock, I have Phone, Mobile Mail, Settings, Spotify, and Safari. As you might have noticed, I have hidden some of the stock apps from showing up anywhere. All that is thanks to Springtomize, and as you can tell, my icons are a little bit smaller, and I do have 5 icons in my dock. All that is thanks to Springtomize. I think it's Springtomize 3. Yeah, Springtomize 3. And since I'm in the Settings app, let's go ahead and take a look at the jailbreak tweaks that have settings. So I have Activator, which I use for various gestures. So I could use 4-finger pinch to lock my device. I use 3-finger pinch to bring up the Messages Plus interface, so I can send a text from any app and things like that. OXO 3 allows me to bring up the multitasking interface, which is the swipe like that. Works just fine, as you can tell. And I can swipe down on an app to bring it back into view. CC Settings adds custom settings toggles to my control center. As you can see here, I have 2 pages of toggles. Some of the icons are actually not up to 6 Plus resolution, unfortunately. I still have to go ahead and make those by scratch. Next is Full Force, which allows non-6 Plus optimized apps to run full screen and clear in view. iBattery Info brings up info about my battery as soon as I plug or unplug my device. Next is Infinite Tweet, which lets me use Twit longer in Tweetbot, and it has some other now playing options. Next is Messages Plus, which I already told you. Next is NC Fold. If I bring down my notification center, you can see here that my various notifications are folded, so that helps keep things more organized whenever I have a lot of notifications. Next is Nitrous, which lets you use the Nitro JavaScript engine in any app. Next is ProTube, which is what I use for most of my YouTube watching, since I can skip ads, automatically choose which quality I would like, as well as downloading videos. Next is Safari Upload Enabler, which I don't know if this even works. I think every time I tried that, it just brought up the regular photo picker, and I think I just have this installed and basically hoping that the developer updates it. Next is Springtomize 3, which lets you do a lot of Springboard customization, such as changing the icon sizes, hiding icons, and a bunch of other things. Next is Swipe Selection, which lets you swipe along the keyboard to move the cursor. So there is something there. The scuffing guy. Okay, so I have it set so that I can use my space bar to move the cursor across, and then if I start at the backspace button or the shift key, it'll actually select the text. So if I just wanted to select guy, I can start from the shift key, select it, and go on from there. Next is video pace, which I have customized so that it only brings up 100% faster, which is 2 times fast, and this lets me listen to music or audiobooks, I think would be the more appropriate case, or videos at various speeds. So all of my videos that I watch on here are at twice the speed, since I could watch twice as many videos in a given amount of time as opposed to running it at normal speed. Next, of course, is Winterboard, and lastly is Zeppelin. And now I'm going to go ahead and open up Cydia to see if there are any packages there that I have installed that haven't shown up already. AFC2 Iris is the name of the theme again. Fake Time Warner lets me use the Time Warner cable TV app since I am jailbroken, and they have it set so that you can't use the app if you are jailbroken, but this lets you avoid that. And I think that about covers it for pretty much everything that I have installed. In terms of accessories, I am using a generic anti-glare screen protector. Well, it's actually by a company called Kailufu, but it's just a regular old anti-glare screen shield. The case is the black and white candy shell grip that I've been using for quite a while, and it's definitely my go-to case. And I guess that's about it with this video. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback about this or anything else, feel free to leave those down below in the comments area. But that is it with the video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.